Okay, so last Thursday, PM, I'm sitting at my desk in Atlanta. I just got a Cash App notification, $400, then another one, $600, same night from two different clients. And both of them hired me because of something I built in literally 20 minutes using a free AI tool I found 3 days earlier. I'm going to show you exactly what it was. Real quick, I'm Alex. This channel is about making actual money with AI tools, not theory, not potential. Real dollars hitting real accounts. I used to work logistics, making $38,000 a year, coming home exhausted, staying up till midnight just trying to figure out a different way. 6 months of doing that, testing tools, running little experiments. I replaced my salary and quit. That was a year and a half ago. I'll show you what's working now from somebody who's actually doing it. Let's get into it. So here's what was happening. I kept seeing people on freelance sites, Fiverr, Upwork, even just in Facebook groups, asking for the same thing over and over. Can someone make me a professional presentation? I need a pitch deck for my business. My investor meeting is in 2 days, help. Presentations, decks, slideshows, whatever you want to call them. And I was like, okay, I know how to use PowerPoint. Kind of. But making something that actually looks good, that looked like a designer touched it, that took me forever. I'm not a designer. Growing up, my mom was always saying, Alex, you do the math, not the art. And honestly, she wasn't wrong. So I was charging low. Like embarrassingly low, $30, $40 for a deck because I knew my work looked basic. And it was basic. I'd spend 2 hours on something and still feel kind of bad sending it over. Then one night, this is a Tuesday, maybe 10 p.m., I'm on Reddit scrolling through a thread about AI tools and somebody mentions this tool called Gamma. Free to start, no design experience needed. And they're saying they used it to make a full pitch deck in under 10 minutes. I thought, okay, that sounds like cap. But I was bored, so I tried it. And what happened next kind of changed how I think about freelancing forever. The tool is called Gamma, 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 the app. It's free. You sign up with an email, no credit card, nothing. They give you credits right out of the gate and you can start building immediately. Now here's what makes Gamma different from just using PowerPoint or Canva. You don't start with a blank slide, you start with a prompt. You type in what you want, like create a pitch deck for a social media marketing agency targeting small restaurants. And Gamma just builds it. Full deck, real content, professional layouts in about 30 to 45 seconds. And I'm not talking about some janky template with placeholder text. I mean actual slides with relevant content, smart section breakdowns, clean design, charts if you need them, icons, the whole thing. You can then go in and edit anything, change colors, swap images, rewrite text, add slides, remove slides. It's got this AI chat built in so you can literally say, make this slide more concise or add a slide about pricing, and it just does it. The free plan gives you a solid number of AI generations to get started. Paid plan is there if you scale up and need more volume. But honestly, when I started landing clients, the free credits got me through my first few jobs before I even needed to think about upgrading. Sound crazy? That's what I thought too when I first opened it. But let me show you the actual steps I ran. All right, here's exactly what I did, step by step. Step 1. I went to Gamma the app and created a free account. Took maybe 2 minutes. They give you 400 free AI credits just for signing up. Step 2. I went to Fiverr, and instead of offering generic PowerPoint design, I set up a gig called I will create a stunning AI-powered pitch deck or business presentation, fast. I priced it at $75 for a basic deck, $150 for a full business pitch deck with custom branding. I had seen people charging $30 for this stuff. I went in at $75 and didn't flinch. Step 3. Before the orders even started coming in, I built 2 sample decks using Gamma, a fake marketing agency deck and a fake app startup pitch. Took me about 40 minutes total for both. I made them look clean, downloaded them as PDFs, uploaded them as portfolio samples on my gig. Step 4. When an order came in, I'd take the client's info, their business name, what they do, who their audience is, what they need the deck for, and I'd type that into Gamma as a detailed prompt. Gamma builds the first draft. I go in, adjust the colors to match their brand, swap any images that don't fit, tighten the copy a little, done. Step 5. Deliver it. I'd export as both a Gamma link they can edit themselves and a PDF. Clients love getting 2 formats. Makes it feel premium. Most of my 5-star reviews mention the fast turnaround and professional look. The whole process per client, from receiving the order to delivering, was averaging about 45 minutes to an hour at $75 to $150 per gig. You do that math. Okay, so real talk. The first week was slow. I got one order, $75. I was pumped, but also kind of like, is this actually going to work? Then week 2, I got 3 orders. That's $225. Still not crazy. But here's what happened on day 11. And I'm not even joking. I remember this clearly because it was a Sunday and I was watching the game. I got a message from a guy. He said he'd seen my Fiverr gig, but wanted to talk outside of it. He was launching a consulting business and needed a full investor pitch deck, custom, professional. We jumped on a quick call. He asked what I charge. I said $400. He said yes. Same day. I made that deck in Gamma in about an hour and a half because it was more custom, and I went back and forth with him on a couple revisions. He paid me $400 through PayPal. He left me a glowing review on Fiverr, even though we worked outside of it, which you're technically not supposed to do, but hey, client wanted to. Then, 4 days later, that Thursday night I am telling you about at the start, $400 from a different client, then $600 from another one I'd been going back and forth with all week. That was a $1,000 night. From decks made with a free tool. By the end of that first month, we're talking 30 days from when I first opened Gamma, I had made just over $2,000 from presentations, from a free AI tool I learned about on Reddit at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. I was still doing other AI income stuff too, but Gamma alone crossed $2,000 in 1 month. That's not life-changing money overnight. But remember, I was making $38,000 a year at my logistics job. $2,000 in a single month from one side thing, that's a different kind of feeling. Here's the thing I got wrong at first, and I see a lot of beginners making this exact same mistake. I was just describing my gig as AI presentation design, straight up. And people kept asking, wait, is this made by AI? And some of them would lowball me or pass because they figured, oh, it's AI. It must be cheap. Here's what I learned. You don't sell the tool, you sell the outcome. Nobody cares that Gamma made the deck. They care that the deck looks clean, professional, and that it gets done fast. So I rewrote my Fiverr description, stopped mentioning AI at all, just talked about what the client gets. A professionally designed, custom presentation that's ready in 24 hours or less, tailored to your brand. Boom. Conversion rate on my gig went up noticeably after that. The second mistake, and this one stings a little, I underpriced myself for the first week and a half because I was nervous. I almost listed the basic gig at $40. Thank God I didn't. When you price too low, people actually trust you less. Clients who hired me at $75 and $150 never questioned the price. The one person who tried to get me down to $30 was also my most annoying client. Coincidence? I don't think so. Price your work like you're confident in it. The tool is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Let it. Let me be real with you. I'm not going to tell you you'll make $1,000 in your first month. That's not how this works. Here's a realistic breakdown. If you land 1 to 2 clients a week at $75 to $150 each, you're looking at $300 to $1,200 a month starting out. As you get reviews and your gig ranks higher, that number climbs. I've had months where just the Gamma-based presentation work hit $1,500 to $2,500. The ceiling goes up when you start getting repeat clients, businesses that need presentations regularly. I've got 2 clients now who hit me up almost every month for new decks. That's recurring income from the same people. You can also package it up, offer a presentation plus speaker notes package, or add a social media graphics add-on. More value, same tool, higher price, the floor is real, the ceiling is real, it just depends on how consistent you are. If this was useful, and I genuinely hope it was, hit subscribe. I put out videos every week showing real methods, real numbers, real tools, no fluff. And listen, next video I'm posting is one you do not want to miss. I'm going to walk through how I use AI to build a simple service that I then sold as a productized package, meaning clients pay me the same amount every single month without me having to pitch them again. Recurring monthly income. That one's going to be detailed with actual screenshots of the income. Drop a comment below if you've tried Gamma or if you've been doing freelance work with AI tools. I read every comment. Seriously, see you in the next one.